It is my favorite cartoon that has the protagonist as a colored person and shows what it's like to be a kid of color. And the mom is my favorite. They switch her hair all the time.
Just too cold, just too cold. Y'all know that it's gotta be cold if we say it to you just too.
Yo, it is yours truly, LEMOI Desina, aka Mr. Cool Spot, here with my lovely co-host today, MsRita Freeman.
Hey.
Hey, today we are in a very, very special location.
Yes.
Out here at the Living Arts College in Wake Forest, North Carolina. Today we're going to be doing a very special interview.
Few interviews.
Few interviews, yeah. Fill them in on the interviews.
Okay, so it's this amazing project called Ziadelphia. And so Ziadelphia is an animated cartoon. It is based with the urban dynamic, and it is amazing actors. There's an executive producer. There's two sound engineers that are working on the project, an animation artist, and so most of the people, if not almost everyone connected to the project, attends the Living Arts College, which to me makes it even better that they were able to network and build together. So it is phenomenal. Yep. I mean, and of course, your Cool Spot crew had to come through. We had to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
And so you never know where we might end up at, okay, guys? So just, always keep a lookout for it. Yep. But we are super excited to share what they're doing with you so that you can see it, you can tune in. We're going to make sure we drop everybody's social media handles. They're going to tell it to you, and we're also going to drop it somewhere on the screen so that you can have it as well. So you ready to get to it, LeMoy?
Yeah. I'm excited because, I've always been big on the youth. I've done a lot of work with the youth in my day. And one thing that I can really say is that, my good brother MALACHI, being one of the visionaries behind this, has put together a solid team of young ladies and gentlemen. And I just, the project overall is very, very heartfelt. You know what I mean? It's heartwarming to be able to see teens or people their age come together and unify and understand what that process is like, sharing the scripts and working with side by side with each other with the scripting. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful process. I'm excited about this interview. I hope you guys are. We're going to transition here and switch up the scene a little bit and get behind the camera and interview our guests. So super excited, you guys. I hope you guys are ready just like we are.
Yep.
So
before we do that, shout out MALACHI Ministries.
Shout out to MALACHI
Okay,
Ministries.
and then also make sure that you follow MALACHI_music LLC on Instagram and Facebook on all platforms.
Absolutely.
Find out what he's doing, because this is not the only thing that he does, okay? Also, as always, follow your Cool Spot group, the Cool Spot NC, on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you follow thecoolspot.com. Make sure you hit that Patreon, even if it's just, $1 or $2 pledge a month. Anything helps. We appreciate it so that you can keep seeing wonderful content. And let's get into these interviews.
Hi, my name is Bojorquez. I am a senior at Living Arts College and the co-engineer and composer for the Ziadelphia project. Most of my background came from live industry, audio editing. Once I joined the school, I was able to grow my knowledge into film audio, definitely up my ante with the production. By being a trap soul and R&B producer and kind of just niching into that and just growing more in the broadcast world with audio for podcasts and television. So, being called into this project, definitely was something that is kind of in my comfort zone, but also a little bit outside of it. And it just makes it a lot more fun.
So my name is Matt Barton, and I am an audio engineer here at Living Arts College. I'll be graduating next month, so I'm excited for that. Yeah. And I'm one of the co-engineers, and my focus in this project is mainly doing the tracking and helping out with the editing and mixing as well. Jonah's field is really focused with the music. That's what he's really strong at. So. But this is definitely kind of outside of my comfort zone. I feel comfortable doing a lot of live production stuff. I used to work in music festivals and corporate events, weddings, that kind of stuff before COVID. So, but now I've been getting more into the film industry and doing a lot more studio work. So it's definitely been something that is interesting. This is the first animation project I've worked on. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. That's for sure. I really am.
My name is MALACHI KEMP. I've been doing this for a while, and this project right here, this is probably going to be one of my most happiest project that I've ever done. I got the inspiration from my nephew, Zamir. You better be good in Philly, and him and his siblings. So we took on this project. Of course, I run a gospel hip hop label, and so I've been around for a while. Had opportunity to deal with some of my fellow ministers like The Truth, and my son went down to Reach Records with Lecrae. Thank you, Craig, for giving the opportunity. So now we're taking on this cartoon. I got great engineers and producers that took on the tasks to make this thing a reality. And so this is going to be very exciting. So I hope you guys tune in. We're looking at certain channels like Disney and different cartoon channels for the kids once it gets done. But it's been totally Christian orientated, and something to give the kids things now since we're going through this Corona thing. We just want to make people happy, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And I shout out to the Cool Spot for bringing this. It was just a matter of time before we got together. So I appreciate that. So yeah, we here.
Okay. Well, question. How's everybody doing with COVID? I know COVID is making things weird, doing projects with masks on, and how are you feeling? What's your comfort level with having to still work through this pandemic?
I mean, I'm not very comfortable with it, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, bills still got to get paid, and if I'm gonna make it, if anyone's making this industry, you have to be able to adapt.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are doing a lot more live streaming, or like one thing I've been working on is trying to get together with some local bands at small venues and just doing like video shoots of the bands playing and releasing that kind of media, because you can't really get a couple hundred people together inside of Slim's or like the Poor House downtown anymore. That's just not feasible at the moment. So it's definitely interesting, but yeah, that's my take on it. So
Yeah. So definitely, I think a slew of people ended up having like a lot of difficulties when it came to the effects of COVID. I was fortunate enough to kind of have not so much the opposite effect, because it still hits. It still hits pretty hard. It's a pandemic. You have to be concerned for family and people that you love. So in a business sense, though, I did see myself flourishing, just for the simple fact that I was kind of doing small time gigs anyway, and there weren't enough creators in my local area. And what I saw was, as soon as the COVID hit, everyone was required to stay home. A whole bunch more content creators came up, whether they were just people who were bored and wanted to do something with their time, or whether they had these ideas from way back when their day-to-day jobs kind of pulled all their ideas in the water, but now is their opportunity to really just streamline and get to it. So I was fortunate enough to have a small amount of clientele and have that grow in it. So it's definitely, like my friend Matt says, deals with the adaptation of it. And since I was doing mostly digital and remote work, it wasn't a big effect back when everything was normal, but it's definitely growing now. I can't say it's in where I'd like it to be, but it's also really great to see some kind of forward movement to it. So I hope that there's a lot of people in the creative industry that, buckled down when everything happened, got serious, and now have all this time to be creative, to learn a new skill and to grow in it. So I'll say that nothing, good things happen to everyone, but bad things also happen to everyone at the same time. So adapt to it, overcome, and you're gonna make it far.
Yeah. So it wasn't. There was more good than bad in your experience.
I think it came balanced for me. The good and bad came balanced for me, but I was very happy to get something positive out of it. Rather than just, feeling the detriment of, being confined to just my home area. So I think it was very beneficial for most of people who lacked self-examination to progress. Because now it's time to progress. Now you had a lot of time to think about what you were doing here. And I was thinking like, man, I'm really not moving. And now it's mandatory that I don't move anywhere. I really got to get this online thing going. And we're pushing through. It's growing slowly but surely. And I'm happy for it.
Good deal. Malachi?
Yeah, he's right. The whole thing had to change. The way we conduct business, it had to change. We could no longer do the live venues. And we had to adapt quickly. You know, I'm used to doing that anyway in the military. You know, we had to overcome and adapt to different situations. So I think a lot of my military experience prepared me for this. Yeah. You know, so, and it really, it was a challenge, but I think that a lot of people did prosper. A lot of times, we were so busy consumed in our own world that we didn't just sit down and enjoy the little things. And that's what I find myself in. You know, we enjoy the little things now. Right. And creativity has went through the roof. Like Jonah said, and Matt said, we became so creative in the way the way we do business now. So we may have took this route, now we take this route. Yeah. And it's all kind of things that's going on. Like now, you know, our instructor, he live streams. So he may shoot it here and live stream a performance in Atlanta, Georgia on a drive-in. So there's all kinds of other ways of doing business. So we just had to become a little bit more creative. That's what I would say.
I agree. And you know, it's like it's like going into a new world. With the idea, let me take this off.
It was muffled. I was like,
yeah, but it's like starting over. And I know during the pandemic there was a lot of sales going for like online training, courses. So it was definitely a good time to take advantage and that, you know, hopefully, like Jonah said, a lot of people capitalize off of those opportunities for this new transition. And it's just a new way of doing things. Everything is moving digital. And it's going to be interesting coming into 2021 because it's been a big talk. Like, we're going to go to a cashless society. Oh, yeah. We knew that. We sort of knew that was coming. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You know, we've been talking about that for a long time now. Yeah. And it's coming to a head now. Yeah. So, like, everything is going completely digital. The experience, the virtual world. I just seen an article today about the 5G transforming how the movie making process is going to be like. Right. You know, and that's just something you guys may want to look into as well. It's blockchain. Right. So 5G is about to change everything. So like everything, the digital world is taking over. And if we're not tech savvy and getting into that, at least starting somewhere, then we're going to take a hit.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to remember, like some businesses have dropped like tens of thousands of dollars to get their broadcasting tech and quality up. To make it through this time, and I don't know any business that would drop $20,000 to $50,000 and just one day go, we're not going to use any of this, You know, so it's going to definitely go back at some point to have being like more in-person events and that kind of thing. But I doubt all the progress that's been made for live streaming and virtual events will go anywhere after 2020. It's just going to keep getting bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have a period of a lot of we'll end up having a big period of hybrid. Entertainment. I'll call it hybrid entertainment for that. But I think, you know, slowly transitioning, especially in America, we're very convenient, crazed. We like the convenience. And I think, this is going to push us to definitely enforce a digital platform and a form of remote working as well, because it has to go way further than just the entertainment side of everything that's going on. I think a huge amount of the workforce is going to end up being remote. Of course, things like construction and things that require manual labor will still be in effect, but I think a lot of these office jobs won't require you to go to the office. I think companies are creating better microphones, better computers that are more affordable, that have better specs on them, for the very reason that every time something crisis-like happens, we always see an advancement of technology. That's always a historical thing. You always see technology advancing whenever something happens. And I think this pandemic is just also going to be a contributing factor to a new technological push. There's a lot of stuff that's up and coming and will happen. So I do see that period of hybrid, entertainment, but also a hybrid just workforce.
Right.
Especially once companies get rid of their overhead and don't have to pay for pay the bank.
Yeah, they don't have to pay for facility. They don't have to pay for.
Or if they do, it'll just be a smaller one.
Because they learn how to function without those buildings.
Right. Even the movie roles, they don't even have to have the actual, like the character actually being there now. It's completely animated. They can go completely animated now.
Yeah.
And you just pay for your presence to be on the movie. You know what I mean? It's like wow.
Yeah. So I think that stuff will both help and hurt a lot of people. But everyone's throughout history, we've always made a compromise on what technology does for us and what it does to us at the same time. So,
True.
Yeah.
Nice. So I don't know if you guys follow anybody like Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is somebody I love to follow.
He just sent some people in the outer space. Yeah, the Mars mission and all that.
I love that. I love like his mindset. He's just so far ahead of the game, like with his strategy with staying ahead of everybody else. He gets all the right people in place, like his team. From if you're looking at Neuralinks, whether he's doing the Neuralinks from the neuroscientist side of things or the technology side of things with Tesla. He's just killing the game across the board. He like Tony Stark's. Yeah, absolutely. The Stark's Industries, right? Pretty much. So he's killing the game across the board, and he's putting all the right people in place. But I love the fact that you guys are working together on this project. This project I'm super excited to watch myself. I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna cartoon you, man. Come on, man. I told you. I told you I'll play the bad guy. I'll play the bad guy. So cartoon you.
But you're a good guy in real life. So
I'm a good guy.
Right. Oh, so you want to be bad finally?
Yeah. I've been a good guy for 18, 19 years.
We'll killmonger you. It's not no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so question. I know you said that the inspiration behind
Ziadelphia.
Sorry. I think I was saying it wrong earlier. I was saying Ziadelphia.
I said it wrong too.
Yeah, Ziadelphia.
Okay. So the inspiration was your nephew originally and
Zamir.
his sibling. So what is it that you're wanting the ultimate goal, the ultimate takeaway to be for little kids and even adults that are watching this with their children, or whether they just find the joy in cartoons? What is it that you would like for them to take away? What's that major lesson?
Love. That's the major lesson. Because we've been under so much stress. And God said that love is the key to all things. If we talk about racism, if we talking about money or whatever, he said love, even with Bob Marley, from my understanding, the reason why he was killed, because the message he was spreading. That's always my message. It don't always have to be angry and boom, boom, boom. The main thing is love. And that's what I'm trying to spread. Love for the kids to love their parents, respect their parents, and people to just laugh sometimes. And that's what this whole thing is about. So
it's good.
That's awesome.
We need more love, man.
We do.
That's all it's about.
It's good.
And a good time.
And then being that they're all young too, just to kind of embrace that concept of love and the impact of it. I think it's kind of like they build off of a faulty concept and they just constantly build on top of that. So
that's right.
I love what you're doing. These guys are going to be all right.
It's funny you said that, right? Because thinking about connections and networking, and we never think about how that transpires. Talk about how you all, Mr. Cool Spots and Mr. MALACHI, how you all linked together and how we ended up here, maybe a decade or so later.
Oh, man.
You want to tell them, man?
I don't even know. I've known MALACHI since probably 2008, 2009.
Right.
Somewhere maybe 2010.
Probably about 2009 to 2010.
2009, 2010.
We were doing a show together, right?
Yeah, we've done many shows together.
Yeah, I think we were doing a gospel hip hop show in I think Lumberton, and then I think that's how we linked up, right?
It's like that was a long time.
We did so much, man. We've done a lot.
Yeah, we've done a lot. He came on board when I had my I did a show here and another show here in Raleigh. We've been always doing shows. Every 6 months we were doing shows. We were bringing people in. and he was one of the hosts for one of my shows. He came in, he did a wonderful job. And that show, we were raising money for the hurricane victims.
That was at Crossroads, right?
And and I know how eloquent of a speaker he is. And I asked him to come in, and he did an outstanding job. So ever since then, every chance we get, but he has a lot of stuff. He's a busy man, and of course we in here working, we picking up artists. So if you are artists out there and you looking to get signed to a label or work with some good producers and engineers, commercials, we here.
Promo videos.
Yeah. You know what? Everybody got their social media handle if you don't mind.
Mine is MALACHI Music LLC.
Matt Mike 96 is mine.
And then I am on all platforms as I am Bear Soul. So
yeah, I'm on all platforms too.
Hey, I'm on all platforms too, man.
Every single one of them.
Even
MySpace.
MySpace.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that's good.
Not even make MySpace.
I recreated my MySpace in case it comes back.
There's a lot of bands on there. I'll say that.
Really?
I've heard that's what it's been for. Like
that's pretty much all this has been for is bands to communicate.
Yeah,
that's about it. So
I'm going back to AOL then. How about
not AIM Messenger. Well, we definitely thank you all for taking the time to come speak with us, for kicking it with the cool spot, for allowing us to just access your minds and find out about more of what you do and making Ziadelphia a success, a successful cartoon in the making, and it becoming a household staple. So thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll look to work together soon.
Yeah, one last question for you guys. Yes. Like, who is the targeted network or networks? Who are the targeted networks you guys looking to try to reach out?
We're looking at the Disney Channel. We're looking at Netflix Prime, the Cartoon Network. Any network that looks for cartoons and that's a positive influence for the kids.
Sure. And there's a lot of local stations too.
Also, yes.
Maybe open to.
Yes, we will be exploring those. So we're not limited.
Sure. All right, good deal. All right, well, that's our time here with the executive team, and I appreciate you guys.
Masterminds.
Yeah, and we thank you guys again for your time. Thank you guys for the insight.
All right, Lorenza, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, your name, the character role that you have in Ziadelphia, where you stand at in school, and some inspirations that you have?
Well, I'm Lorenzo Fenner. My character is Willy the dog. Willy from Philly. Best friends with some kids. Got connects. This is my 3rd year. I'm an audio engineer. Did I say that already?
No, you didn't tell us what you were.
I'm an audio engineer. I make music. I make other people's music. So I make you sound good.
Okay, I like that pitch. Tell us the social media handle if you want us to have it.
Tornado Trip.
There we go.
Tornado Trip.
Awesome. So you're one of the actors. All right, let's go to one of the other actors. Come on, Elijah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, so my name is Elijah Pope, but I like to go by Eli. Let's see. I play Zamir. He's kind of like a very interesting person. Like, he gets bored really fast. So the best thing for him to do is think of ideas to like keep himself interested and like give himself some kind of fun that he wants, but it tends to be like bad all the time. But like something about me. This is my 2nd year here. I go here for interactive media and audio production. Nice. I do photography, draw, and love music. Anything that deals with music, I can basically do.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay, Asia, what about you? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Asia, or sometimes I go by Bex, but I play Monty. She's like this sassy 8-year-old girl who wants to rule the world through her TikTok account. Basically me when I was 8. I am in my 2nd year here. I'm a film major. I like to crochet. A few of my inspirations are Rebecca Sugar and Jordan Peele because I really like them. I really like them. And most of my inspirations come from horror movies and just the drive to create a new band of slashers for the next generation to be scared of, because our parents had Candyman, Michael. I want to do something new, something different, and I feel like by following Jordan Peele and like taking inspiration from what he does, I can accomplish that.
Awesome. Can I say something? I was listening to you talk earlier, and I was telling my co-host, I said, man, she sounds like she's in script right now. Like, she in script? He said, no, I think she's just talking. I said, oh.
But she's super animated. I love it. Because people tell me that all the time, like, what does that mean? I'm like, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. You guys are doing great. So I've been listening in on you guys' practice runs, just talking and all that. I'm like,
right. We're super proud of y'all already.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's take it on to Kitt. Tell us about yourself, Mr. Lead Animator.
So my name is Kitt. Actually, I go by Kitt. My actual name is Morris. I'm a lead animator on the cartoon Ziadelphia. We came up with this idea of this cartoon. Malachi came up with this idea. He brought it onto me. He said he wanted to come up with a cartoon for his nephews, and he just gave all the creativity and ideas to me. He told me the characters, what he wants, his gist of idea, and I was thinking, why not it be a cartoon about these 3 kids that has a talking dog, and they go on adventures with all their friends. Right. So I got inspiration from multiple different cartoons for this project. So I take inspiration from like Gumball, Family Guy, from a show on Disney called Dawg with the Blog. I just blended all those together, techniques, ideas, and came up with this one unique cartoon that I think that would change the way cartoon is right now. So basically, as I said, I go to a school called LEMOI College, and this is technically my first year, but third semester, first year. Okay. And I'm an animator. Been animating cartoons since 3 years. 3 years now. I've been doing my own personal project. I got my own brand called Infinity Tunes, and my social media are Young God. It's Young God, spelled with a V instead of U. Okay. And then my other social media is Infinity Tunes. It's like the cable company Infinity, and then Tunes. That's my brand, and this is what we're working on. I got all these cast members, these people I think that would fit the cartoon. I thought all these people were really good. They're close friends of mine, and I like their personalities. I know what they do. I like what they're coming with and what media that they're in. So I just think everybody here will make something and turn out something great in the future.
To add on what you said, I get a very Craig of the Creek vibe from this whole thing. I don't know if you actually seen Craig of the Creek.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Little black boy goes outside all the time.
And also thought of that too. One of my favorite cartoons.
It is my favorite cartoon that has the protagonist as a colored person and shows what it's like to be a kid of color. And the mom is my favorite. They switch her hair all the time. And I just really love the cartoon. And from Monty's character, I get a very Jessica vibe, who's like Craig's little sister, a little entrepreneur who wants to do her thing and learn. And just, I love it.
Question, Asia. What do you feel like would be your character's favorite part about the show?
I feel like her favorite part would be finding Willy, having a talking dog, so she can get more views on her TikTok, so she can be like, yeah, I'm the coolest 8-year-old you have ever met in your life. I have a talking dog, and you don't.
TikTok still throws me off. I was like, TikTok.
When she said that at first, I was like, wait. And I was like, oh, because it's not, no.
Gotta avoid that copyright.
It's a parody. So basically, TikTok is a parody of TikTok. So when I came up with the idea, I just thought that everything in the cartoon would be more funny if they had their own little parody off of real life stuff in real life. When you see the cartoon, we have like a game console called It's a game called
Nintendo Glitch.
Nintendo Glitch. It's a parody of the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
But we just switch up the name to make it more cooler and more fit the cartoon vibe. So everything, like the cartoon has its own little thing to it. So it's different than real life, but it's like a parody off of everything in real life.
I like that.
Yeah, see, that's
it's like set in Philly. These kids are in Philly, and they have their own little thing to the show. So the show looks like it's a whole different thing itself, and it's not the same thing as real life.
I love that they are in Philly. I have family in Philly, and trust me, I love Philly cheesesteaks. Straight
Philly cheesesteaks,
actual authentic Philly
amazing.
cheesesteak.
I love Philly cheesesteaks.
Now, Elijah and Lorenzo, we have a question for you.
Yeah.
So Elijah, or Eli, excuse me, being that you're the main character, but then it almost seems like Lorenzo kind of steals the show. The dog always has this kind of like smart aleck thing to say. So what do you like most about your characters' dynamic with each other?
See, what I like about it is that, like, you know, as a character, it's hard to, like, how do I put this? One character doesn't really make a series. Right. It takes multiple people to make a series. So I feel like the connection between my character, Zamir, and Lo's character, Willy, is like, it's kind of like a dynamic duo. And I feel like it's gonna bring a lot to this cartoon.
Sure.
Zany mischief.
Oh yeah. Like as soon as like, I know one of his lines was talking about how he has connects with Rolexes. And I say, oh wait, he has connects. We need to like hop on this. like I said before, like my character has a lot of bad ideas, but with like good intentions.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's gonna be great to watch.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How about you?
Well, I mean, shoot, he brought the character to life. He really did his thing, and based on how Malachi explains it, I mean, his nephew is like, you know, he's cool. He's the cool kid, like, and you can't tell him that he ain't cool, like, you know. And then shoot, I just like that. I mean, he picked me perfectly, like, you know, like I'm a lot like Willy the dog. And as to my knowledge, I don't even have to change my voice that much.
Nice.
I apparently got a up north accent. I mean, I'm from VA though.
Okay.
Okay, VA in the house. But you don't have like a country twang.
Yeah.
So to speak, so you could go for being up north.
Yeah.
Like I go up north and I'm like, where are we from? Mississippi? Like country. Okay. So with you all being friends, how is that dynamic? Does it make being castmates better, or does it make it a little bit more interesting because you get to learn more about each other?
I think it's fun because, like, if I was just placed with a bunch of like people that I didn't know, it would be kind of like a weird experience to me because, like, me personally, I'm more of like a silent person, and I'm more like close to myself, and like unless it's someone that I know, that's when I'm gonna be like open and like willing to like be myself.
Okay.
It works out because we all basically live with each other. So it makes it easier to feed off of each other's energy and put out what we're getting back because this is literally how we are every day.
So very
all the time.
Yeah.
And relationships are very organic. Okay.
Yeah, that was the reason why I chose them to voice this cartoon because I know they're more close to me and I know them more than anybody else.
Right.
So it's like, why not just go with somebody you actually already know instead of getting random people out there that random, not everybody gonna play along with or their vibe's not gonna be the same. You can have different mindsets than what you really trying to go for. So if you go with somebody that you already know, you know their time schedule, you know where they be at, you know what they do, you know what they like. So you know you could feed that off with like different characters you're trying to make people play in this one cartoon, and everything will work out great because you already know the people that you bringing in and who's gonna do what and know who's not gonna fit what and what time span you need to be in.
I love it. What I love about it the most is the fact that you guys, in life, as we get older, friends come and go. I don't know if you guys
Right.
that yet.
Yeah.
But, in life, we're older, so we probably experience that a little bit more, and we can relate to a little bit more. But just to see you guys, how you guys are really, really close knit, like, I can tell you guys spend a lot of time with each other. You know what I mean?
And that you care about each other.
Care about each
yeah.
other. It's beautiful.
When I came into the studio, I actually didn't know that they were the cast. I thought I was coming in here with students that went here, maybe like people that he knew.
Yeah.
But then when they came, I was like, oh, it's my people. I was like, it's my people, right? I was like, yes. I was like, it's lit.
That's cool.
I was like, and then instantly, because I was nervous, but as soon as they came in, bro, I was like, it was good. That was good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Because all Malachi told me to do was basically we have somebody named Kitt. She writes the script for us. It's like also one of our friends. She's in film and she's good at writing scripts. So what I did this way before Malachi even knew. He told me and my co-animator